Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's another recipe video. I decided to make a dish that I grew up eating. It's probably not made exactly the way it should be, but that's the way I grew up eating it, so that's the way I'm gonna make it. So this recipe was given to me, and that's the recipe that I'm gonna use. So I'm making menudo, which is a Mexican dish, and I love it. My kids love it. They eat it. I eat it. And it's very good. So the recipe I have is so quick. Not really quick, but to put it together it's quick. But it's very easy. And you can make it with seasonings that you have on hand. I'm not going to use like the peppers and stuff that goes into it, but I do want to make it like that one day. I want to use the actual, peppers and stuff that you use to make it, make it completely, from scratch. But today I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it with the seasonings that is from the recipe that I was given, and I know I'm going to love it. So let's get into the kitchen. These are the ingredients you're going to need. You need the beef honeycomb tripe. You can literally get this at Walmart. I like the honeycomb kind. We need flour, hominy, salt and pepper, minced garlic, chili powder, and cumin. So I will show you the very, very simple recipe. Now that the water has come to a boil, you drop in the meat. Be careful not to splatter it. Now let it come back to a boil. I usually like to cover it, but leave it a little cracked. Then you let it boil for about an hour and a half, maybe to 2 hours, so the meat can get nice and tender. Okay, we're back at the cutting board. While the meat is cooking, in a small bowl, you can add some seasonings. 2 teaspoons of salt, but I'm gonna double it. Since I'm making a big pot. 2 teaspoons of black pepper. 2 teaspoons chili powder. Yep. 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. 3 teaspoons of flour. One teaspoon of cumin. I'm gonna mix all that together. It's all mixed together. Now you just set it aside and wait for the meat. Okay, so about an hour and a half, I check on it to see if there's any fat or anything that I can skim off the top, but I actually don't see any fat, so I don't need to skim. So I'm gonna add the seasoning that I had on the side. It's going to change the color. Just a little bit though. And let it come back to a boil. Then you add as much hominy as you like. I have this huge can and I'll probably add a little more than half. My kids love hominy. Just keep adding until you're satisfied. I actually might put the whole can. Like I said, my kids love hominy. I'm gonna put just a little bit of the juice in there, not much. I drained some. Actually, I'm just gonna put the rest in there. And with that liquid that I just added in there, I won't need to add any more water. So now I'm going to let it come to a boil again and let it cook for another 2 hours. I'm not going to taste it yet because I'm going to have to add more seasonings once it's almost done. Okay, so see you back in another couple hours. Okay, it's actually been about 30 minutes or so, and I want to do a little tasting of the water just to see if I need to add any more spices or anything before I let it continue cooking. Ooh, that already tastes good. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little more of the chili powder for color. We want it that deep dark red. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit more chili powder. That's the kind I use. Stir it up. I want it that color. And then I'm probably gonna add a little bit more salt. then I'm gonna let it cook for a little bit, maybe for about another 30 minutes, and I'm gonna taste it again. Remember to always, I mean, you can uncover it too, but I like to cover it, and like I said before, leave it a little open on the top. Okay, it's been a couple hours and I'm gonna check on it. It should be done. But it's just been simmering. Ooh, look at that. Lots and lots of hominy, the way my kids love it. Good. I didn't have to add any more water. I think it's fine the way it is. Can't wait to taste it. Put this back on and then turn it off and let it sit for a couple minutes. And then here's all the things that I cut up to eat with it. We have jalapenos, we have limes and lemons, cilantro, onions, and of course corn tortillas are in here. Don't want them to get cold, so keeping them nice and warm. That's it. So we're gonna get ready to eat.